name is Jamie the Intuitive, and this is where I am, and this is where I've been. I'm in my storage unit right now because I always gravitate back to here. This is my shit. This is my home, and I fucking love it here. It's so therapeutic. Every time I come here, I just need this. Like, I just need laundry detergent, or I just need my fucking, I don't know, what else is in here? I just need my duct tape. I come here for the most stupid shit, and everything that I have in here, I don't absolutely need because it's been in here for 6 months. I've been house hopping, couch surfing for 6 months, and I have heard that maybe I should stop sharing that pity story. Maybe I should, start focusing on the good stuff and the positive, because that's going to help other people focus on the good stuff and the positive. But me trying to do that of, okay, let me record an episode when I have something positive to think about, obviously is just silence. It's just crickets. My current situation is I found myself in a new relationship, and it was so good. It was so fun. It was so awesome. And I manifested this, and I manifested, like, I don't know what I manifested, where I went wrong. But this person, and I've told a few people, he's not comfortable with the term psychic medium. And I understood that in the beginning of, I'm not really comfortable with the term psychic medium. I do so much more shit than just that. But then I started to realize that it's not the stereotype that he's maybe not comfortable with. It's my fucking life. This isn't my life, but like, this is my life. Psychic medium shit. And I'm good at it, and I love it, and I do it every day, and I think about it every day. And recently, after having that conversation, when I introduced myself to people in front of him, I said, well, I'm a grief counselor, and I just help other people, and I do a little bit of coaching, and that's it. That's not what I fucking do. I'm a psychic medium and an intuitive coach and a pet intuitive, and I have my own business, and I've been doing this over 2 years, and I built it from the ground up, and it was very, very successful, and I'm actively building it, and I'm actively finding more people who are in alignment with me. And I think I had the funny idea of, I'm not the kind of person who likes to put stickers on my car because I think it's I don't think it's tacky. I think it's tacky for me. I think I have confidence issues. I think I have being out there. I don't want people to know that I'm a dog mom or whatever I'm interested in, or crystal balls or baby on board. I don't like that because I'm not comfortable with the world seeing me. Let me see how we can get this light to turn on. Oh, come on. And I was thinking, you know what? Fuck it. Why don't I go get my car painted Jamie the Intuitive, because I'm never going to amount to Uncle John Edwards if I'm not actively telling the world that this is me, this is my business, this is what I do. But my good idea was, I've given readings, and I have so many loving clients and close friends that you guys got t-shirt businesses and stickers and all kinds of stuff that you're creating. If you want to create Jamie the Intuitive, or I'm a psychic medium, or some kind of sticker, t-shirt, hoodie, anything, flyer, banner, window decal, I would love that. And because I would do that for you guys. If someone else were in this situation and you talked to me on the phone, your sticker would be there so damn fast that you would think that I were a crazy person. But I'm putting it out there right now. My address is my sister's house. It's something that I'm going to give out. And if you guys want to send me some stickers and some t-shirts, that'd be cool as shit, and I'll do it back. If you're feeling this way in your life of you can't be who you are, just let me know, and I'm going to remind you who you are and how amazing that you are. This is what all of my clients and my private coaching and my group coaching, this is what you guys need. Someone to maybe pave the path and just say, fuck it, and middle fingers to the world. This is who you are. This is what you want to do, and you're not going to dim your light for anyone. And I'm not going to let you dim your light for anyone, and I'm not going to dim my light for anyone anymore. I'm not angry. I'm not angry at this person or this relationship or even my life anymore. I'm not angry about the storage unit stuff. I think it's funny. Maybe it's a good setting. This is the shit that is me, and I just don't want to keep sending the message to myself and to others that you're not good enough, or you should be doing something normal, or you should be doing something that everyone else is doing, or you should act like everyone else, because you shouldn't. If everyone acted like everyone else, we wouldn't get anywhere. We would be 20, 50, 100 years in the past where shit didn't get done. Going through this ascension, this spiritual awakening, this what the fuck ever. It's a new year. It's a new year, and we're not doing this shit again. I'm not reliving 2021 where I was scared and business slowed down. I did live readings every single week in 2020, and that was like the best bomb ass year. The end of 2020, I stopped kind of receiving bookings from that, which is fine. People do free stuff all the time, and it's just like a lawyer. A lawyer takes on those cases, and that's not who they are. That's not what they focus on. I started to take that personal of, wow, I'm talking for hours and hours and nothing's really coming from it, but stuff was coming from it. Lessons and me getting stronger and stronger, and then maybe even retracting myself from some of the energy where it didn't really need to be putting my energy out there like that. But what's my point? Oh, I got scared. I got scared in 2021, and it's new fucking year, and I'm not going to get scared again. I'm going to put myself out there and be out there, and yeah. So my friend Grace and I, we tapped into some things for January, February, March, and it seems that what's coming up is a lot of more fear, where if we're in the 3D mindset thinking, the way that we used to be, the way that we're just contracting and restricting and trying to feel safe and trying to feel good and just like trying to find some stability, we're not really going to make it. We're going to have a really hard, tough time. But if we're being true to ourselves, going with the flow, not freaking out over the media or what's said or the way that things look, we're going to thrive, and we're going to help others thrive and like be better and get better and wake people up and share that light and shine that light. And that's what we need to do. And if we're not doing that, then you're just going to have a hard time. There wasn't anything that were super specifics, and nothing that I'm going to share. Maybe to my Patreons, I'll share a little bit when I do my live readings next time. But we're all going through tough shit, and when someone calls me or contacts me about their anxiety, their panic attack, they really need me to talk them through something, or they're on their way to the hospital, I share that we're going through this the same. Everyone's going through the same stuff. I was just in North Carolina, and on my drive home, I talked to 3 different people. I was on the phone most of the time for the 7-hour drive. And the first person, I said, like, it's okay, you got this, you can do it. The second person, talk them through their symptoms and stuff that they were going through. The third person, I said, you know what? You're the third fucking person I've had on the phone in the last 3 hours, and you're not alone, and you're not the only ones going through this, and this is everybody. And it's not to diminish your symptoms and what you're experiencing in your life, but you're not alone. We are all going through this rip and tear and pull, and it's unfair and it's tough, so that we can get to our rock bottom, the end of the rope, saying, like, I'm fucking doing this anymore, and start climbing back up, where we get out of the shadow of this shitty stuff that's really just an illusion. You guys can create the life that you want, and I think that when we just we sink down, or we get to the end of the rope, we stop believing that, we stop seeing that, we stop literally seeing that in our life, and things just get worse and worse and worse. And it's not until we find something like a 4-leaf clover that we realize, okay, we are spiritual beings just in a human body having this experience where we're supposed to fuck shit up or conquer stuff or learn and grow and love and light and blah, blah, blah. 4-leaf clover, I have a 4-leaf clover story. That's my favorite story that I can think of right now. If someone said, tell me a bedtime story, I would tell them this story. My childhood home is so deep and close to me, and I think that that's kind of true for everyone. My mom passed away from cancer 3 years ago. She had it for 5 years. When she had the cancer, I always tell or reflect back, or just sometimes when it's appropriate, the metaphysical reason for cancer. The metaphysical reason for cancer is hear me out. Self-hatred, where we're just not feeling in alignment, we're just not feeling good with ourselves, we're just not happy with ourselves, we're mad at ourselves for whatever we've done, we're beating ourselves up really, really strongly and really, really intensely. When kids and younger people, I believe, when kids and younger people do develop something like leukemia or cancer or something that's unfair, I think that they're taking on other people's problems. They don't have self-hatred themselves. Maybe they're taking on other people's self-hatred. Maybe their past life kind of stuff is still swimming around. They're taking that on, and they need to learn different kind of lessons. I don't think that it would be accurate to say every person who has cancer is self-hatred, but I think that the general idea of that would make a little bit of sense. So my mom had cancer after she left all her kids in our childhood home. My dad had a business, a company with a friend that went south, that went sour. Who knows what happened? It was just a crash and burn kind of thing. Everyone declared bankruptcy. My dad went to Maryland. We're from Florida, but I went to Maryland to go find a job and to like create a life and make some money and do whatever. And it sucked. And we were mad at him. We were like, what the fuck? Florida, like you can't go to Tampa, you can't go over here, you can't go to Orlando, you can't go over here, you can't like do some other job, create some other business. And we were 18, I was 18 at the time. My mom stayed with us for a couple more months and then she left. And it was hard. It was super unhealthy in the way of, we made the childhood house our party house, 18, 19, 20, and we were like 18, 19. My sister, older, 4 years older than me, but that's what we did. We had Thirsty Thursdays, and today's Monday, and let's drink, and today's Saturday, and today's Sunday, and we're drinking, and today's hump day, and we're drinking. People were coming in and out of the house, people that I didn't even know. One time I was with my best friend Carrie, and we were sitting at the kitchen table just talking about what we were going to do that night or what we were going to eat for dinner, and this fucking kid just came up and stood in the kitchen, and I said, like, my brother is not home. Carrie and I kept talking, and he said, like, oh, yeah, I know. So we're like, what the fuck are you doing in our house? Like, get out of our house. This isn't just like the party scene. This isn't just like a college campusy kind of house where you can come and hang out, even though we treat it that way and we act that way and we decorate it that way. And there's mattresses in the living room instead of furniture. But anyway, so that was just unhealthy, our little coping mechanism. Meanwhile, my mom is probably going through whatever she's going through, seeing her kids or not seeing her kids. I don't think she even had Facebook at the time. Maybe she had just gotten it, but I can't imagine how hard that would be. I can't imagine having to leave Cody and Lovey, my cat and my dog, or my nieces and nephews, or anyone like that, because I have to be with my husband, because I have to be supportive of him. We never moved to Maryland. They just moved to Maryland for a year or two and then came back down. But in that time, my mom developed breast cancer. Self-hatred, and I associate like the breast with the nurturing of like nurturing her kids. Maybe we gave her cancer, maybe she gave herself cancer, maybe it was just supposed to be that kind of way, but it was still fucking unfair. So kind of backtrack, this childhood home, which is really a beautiful house, it was built on so much, and it was just a beautiful home. It was just so cool. It was just so different. It was just so lovely. It was just so nice. It was not just the party house. It was the get together house. So many memories in this house. And by the way, while we were living in it, it was like the bank, you got 90 days or whatever for eviction notice, stuff like that. We weren't like paying the mortgage or paying rent. We were just living in this empty house until the bank caught up with whatever, foreclosed it. And in this beautiful yard, we had just like an acre and a half with a pond and everything. There would be 4-leaf clover patches everywhere, all throughout the house, all throughout the yard. And it was my special kind of nice thing to find a 4-leaf clover. I could do this every day. I could look down. I had my favorite spots where I would look down and I would see one. I would look down and see one. And my siblings, they couldn't do that. My mom, she could do that as well. Of just like look down and find all the 4-leaf clovers, and it's more easier than finding shark's teeth, which I'm also really good at. But for this past year, while I'm going through my transition and stuff, I had this beautiful townhouse and I didn't want it anymore because I wanted a yard and all these other little excuses. I got scared with my business because blah blah blah, whatever happened. I just decided to not renew my lease. And in that time, I've been trying to find 4-leaf clovers of just give me a glimmer of hope. Just show me something happy. I'd like to see a 4-leaf clover. And I started to get really pissed off recently, the last few months, of I don't like the timeline I'm in. I don't like this universe where four-leaf clovers aren't a thing and they don't exist, because it's so absurd that as a child I would look down and see them. There were just four-leaf clovers everywhere, and I don't think that it's the fertilizer. I don't know what the story is behind four-leaf clovers. Anyways, so I've been actively trying to find one for a while, and I've been getting real pissed off about it because I can't find one. That's not cool. I don't like that. I don't like being here. I don't like this earth where there's no four-leaf clovers. I don't really like this earth at all, but if there were four-leaf clovers, it would make me feel a little bit better. So I met this guy, and I've been heavily looking on for four-leaf clovers because he's got this yard and we walk the dogs separately, and Cody likes to poop specifically where there's a whole bunch of four-leaf clovers. I haven't found one, and I've been looking every day for a month, for a while, of like, hey Cody, I know you gotta pee, but can you just like sit here and watch me just like look and pick through all these things? And I started to take this personal of like, okay, maybe this isn't the right person for me. Maybe they don't exist anymore. Maybe something's going on, because this is crazy. When I was in North Carolina recently, I was driving home. I pulled over because Cody had diarrhea. I pulled over like right afterwards because he was acting funny. I was like, do you have diarrhea again? Where we pulled over was just like some place, so it was all like grassy field, and I was seeing four-leaf, the clover kind of fields, the weeds or whatever they're called. And I was saying to the universe, I think I just had like a crying rant about my life and how unfair everything was, and how I wasn't going to let this year end up or be the same way. And so I was looking for four-leaf clovers, and I was talking out loud. There are other people around, and if you've ever seen me in public, I talk. I talk out loud. I just do that. And I was saying, like, if you show me, if I find a four-leaf clover, I'm not going to bitch about my life. I'm not going to diminish myself. I'm not going to dim my light. I'm not going to feel lost. I'm not going to feel disconnected. And 20 minutes later, I didn't find one. I looked over here, I looked over here, I looked over here, and I started getting real pissed off. I was like, Mom, if you don't show me a fucking four-leaf clover, like, I don't know what I'm going to do. And then I got to the point of like surrender and give up, of like, okay, I get it. Maybe it's nothing personal. Maybe I'm just in the timeline, the reality, the Mandela effect, where it was never really a thing. My brother-in-law, he doesn't believe in four-leaf clovers. And when I would show him like one after another, he would say like, that's a weed. That's not a clover. That's a different thing that's next to it. And I would be like, what are you talking about? This four-leaf clover was under all of the three-leaf clovers. Like, do you want to come out there with me and just let me pick them? So anyways, I was starting to accept that it's just not a thing. Maybe it was when I was childhood, living my whatever crazy alien life, whatever delusions, and they're just not anymore. And so I started to surrender and accept that. And I was walking away of like, okay, I get the message. I'm gonna drop it. Four-leaf clovers, that's fine. I'm really happy that I have all those memories in the past. I looked down and I saw one and started crying, took a picture of it, put it on my Facebook, and one of my best friends, Grace, she questioned me about it. She literally said like, oh my God, tell me your four-leaf clover story. Like, what's the story behind this? And I did, and I cried, and I was so happy. And the rest of the drive on the way home, I was like, I got my four-leaf clover, and I can't believe this, that things are looking up, that things are turning around. That's my four-leaf clover story. It's I don't know, take whatever kind of message or meaning or whatever you want lesson from that, or just dismiss me as delusional who's obsessed with four-leaf clovers. But I think that stories like that, like little glimmers of synchronicities and signs and stuff, can really give you hope and turn you around. That's what I was talking about. When we get to the end of our rope and then we see something like a four-leaf clover, it brings us up a little bit more when we go searching and looking, but also not like actively searching for those things. Not when we surrender, but when we don't give up hope, when we don't give up faith. That's when you find shit like that. So don't stay stagnant. Don't keep sinking. Don't let yourself be to the bottom. Keep actively, I'm going to look for this. And I know that it's possible. I know that this can happen. I know that I can do this. I know that I can manifest this. Because times are tough. You're not the only one. And it's never been more harder, but also more rewarding at the same time. This place that we're in right now, this timeline that we're in right now, this month that we're in right now, things I think inevitably have to get easier, and they're going to get easier when we say, you know what, I'm not going to be so stagnant. I'm not going to be so scared. I'm not going to be so holding on to my vaccine talk or my truths or my beliefs or my triggers or me having to like say and speak all these things. If we go with the flow, not take anything personal, and just keep trying to enjoy this ride the best we can, that's like the best thing that we can do right now. Yeah, so send me some stickers, Jamie D, period, intuitive, comma, LLC, because I'm motherfucking LLC, if you would like, and I will do that back. I would do that for anybody. And I think if this were to be a podcast episode, it would be like, where's Jamie? Where's Jamie has been hiding and afraid and trying to get my shit together. And when I'm trying to get my shit together, I push everybody out. I push my business away. And because I want to be seen as a coach who has all of our shit together and I can help you. But I've been like, let me help you manifest the life that I have right now in my goddamn storage unit. And I think that it's okay to go through hard times. I think that it's absolutely okay to talk about it because we're all going through it. If you're not going through a hard time, that's great. You don't need a reading from me. You don't maybe need to work with me, or maybe we're not in alignment right now. But if you're going through a hard time and you're fucking tired of it, you don't want to do this anymore, you don't really like it here, you don't really like what your life looks like, I can help you. It doesn't have to be grow your spiritual psychic reading business. It doesn't have to be, connect to your mom or your person in spirit, or learn how to connect to someone in spirit. It can be anything. I like lifting people up. I think that that's what I'm good at. You come to me with your problems, we're gonna pep talk that all around, but it's not until I'm feeling like passionate or just not triggered, but until I'm feeling that, oh my God, like you are so much better than this, and you're so much better than how you're seeing yourself and how you're letting other people see and treat you, that it's not cool. It's not okay. You're an amazing person. You're an amazing being, and you're unfortunately here, stuck here in 2022 for a reason. It's not just to go see if you can find 4-leaf clovers. It's not just to go heal your trauma from a different kind of past life. It's probably to fuck shit up. It's probably to live your best life and correct all the rights and the wrongs and the times that you were scared in the past life where you didn't do this, and just help the world and lift everybody up. If you're seeing this, if you're seeing me, and if you've been seeing me, you know that there's some kind of fire within you, that you're meant for more and to do more. And I hope that you do. And I hope that you do find the drive that gets you there, the passion and everything. Yeah, so also collectively, it felt that there were going to be a lot of things happening that's going to just like trigger this response in someone. That's, hey, my security, my safety is being questioned or pushed into the corner. I need to lash out. I need to do something. So when that starts happening, if it even does, know that it's all going to pass, and that a lot of things are just an illusion. A lot of things in this life, kind of when we're dreaming, it's when you have a vivid dream or a lucid dream, or when you go and see your spirit guides in your dream. I hear this a lot, and maybe it's true for you, and it's true for myself. When we have a dream that's just so real and we wake up, sometimes I feel like, wait, what's real? Is this real, or was that real? Am I like going to sleep to do this life, to live this life, or am I going to sleep to like experience this dream? I think that questioning that and thinking about that don't take things too serious, is a healthy kind of perspective of, this is just life. We just got 100 or 70 or however many more years, and then we don't have to do this anymore. Hopefully we don't have to come back, but I'm sure that you're going to come back and I'm going to come back, and we're going to do it all over again. And we're going to be so amped up and recharged. I'm talking about reincarnation if you didn't pick that up. But where have I been? I've been scared. I've been trying to get my shit together by myself. It's not really working. And it's when I am speaking and talking and communicating and helping and lifting others up that my shit actually starts to come together. And yeah, I hope that you're having an okay time. I hope that you're having an okay month. I hope that all of the skeletons and the dust have really settled, and we are leaving 2021 in the past, 2020 in the past. We're not going back there. We're not the same person. We're not doing that anymore. I hope that you're finding your recharge, not going back energy, and yeah, just so you know, if you want to work with me, do a little psychic reading, then we can do that. But if you want to like do coaching with me or join my coaching course where I show us, I advertise it of let me help you get psychic or learn how to connect to your loved ones, but it's really let me help you find all the pieces about yourself that you forgot. Let me help you connect to your intuition, your spirit guides. Yeah, that's fun. But when I say that, what I mean by that is like breaking out of the matrix and coming back to who you are, learning how to get your telephone working of when you have a bad day or when you have road rage or when you're seeing something in your life that you don't like, you can connect to whatever you want to connect with and get some advice and find out where to go and where to turn, like more internally instead of reaching out for all these external things. In my coaching class, we also learn how to connect to our animals, which I think is sweet. Animals are so loving and so selfless, and it's nice to connect with them. I don't know why, and just throw that in there. And I also show us how to connect to other people, how to believe in ourselves of you're telepathic, you're intuitive, you got this gift going on, you got this gift going on. If you were to think about it or question yourself or test yourself or talk to other people or let me tell you and show you that like, yeah, you guessed that and you were spot on with the stuff that you were feeling, the stuff that you're seeing, the stuff that you're saying. If we were to all realize how intuitive and how actually connected that we are, life would be easier. Things would be easier. It wouldn't be so hush hush, push pull, whatever. And I also show us how to connect to our loved ones because it's not rocket science. It's not do what I did, spend $3,000 on a class that's going to make you psychic or make you connect to your loved ones. It's you can already do this and you can already be doing this and you're already actively doing this. Sometimes we just need a little guidance of like, this is how you do it easier. This is how you get out of your head. This is how you do this for others. This is how you push away the fear or the stories that media and other people have been just like consistently putting in your head and putting in your head. It's not rocket science to connect to your people in spirit. I don't know. I could connect to Albert Einstein in a second if I wanted to. And that's weird. That's absurd. But that's the way the energy is. That's the way that things work. There's all these energetic loopholes, ties, connections. And you can just like jump on that, set that intention and see what's going on. You can do that with the majority of people that are in spirit, majority of anyone's spirit guides, majority of all of your spirit guides can connect to your higher self. We are spiritual beings living in these human yuck flesh suits on this kind of yucky but also beautiful life. Nobody came here, like sent us here to never have that connection, to never have a 911 emergency call to your spirit guide. What the fuck do I do? Or your higher self, getting advice from that. We didn't just like come here to earth, never have that connection to the spirit world, the cosmos, the source, the whatever is going on ever again. We came here to probably with the intention of like, yeah, you guys help me, send me 4-leaf clovers, do this, if I need you, do this. But we just got so disconnected from it that we forgot. And that's my where is Jamie been? Hiding and scared and confused, disconnected, but I'm not anymore. Yeah. All right. I hope this finds you well. I hope all of the best things for you that you couldn't even possibly imagine. And I hope to continue to inspire and light up and reach out to me whenever. Message me, send me a Facebook friend request, send me messages, text me, contact me. If you had a reading with me and you got my number in your phone still, text me. I don't give a shit. If you have something going on, you can connect with me on Hey Hero. And I say that because I'm busy, so I don't want all these people, all of my lovely clients and stuff to just be texting me these things, but shoot me a holler and say hi or let's connect and how are you doing? I care about you. Even though I can't remember every single person that I've talked to, you get my wheels turning. I do care about you and I do want a relationship, a connection with you, even if it's just brownie points or whatever. You guys aren't alone. You guys are amazing and I appreciate you being in my life. I appreciate me being in your life. I appreciate this life having you in it and all the nice things in the world. if you want to book a reading with me, I would love that. If you want to work with me, I would love that. And yeah. 2 more things I want to say. Leaving my storage unit, there's a car that's parked like right in front of the door where you have to like walk around the car to like get out. They have a Yeti sticker, a Bigfoot sticker that's so big on the back of their car. I think that's amazing. I think that that's a wink from the universe to make me very, very happy and even more inspired and more enlightened and blah, blah, and all the nice things. Also wanted to say about my relationship stuff. You guys can still be happy for me. It's not in shambles. I don't really know where we stand, but I know where I stand, and I stand. I'm not going to not be me, not be who I am because someone's kind of uncomfortable with the terminology. So yeah, I just wanted to update you guys.